Hello and welcome back. This doesn't seem appropriate. Give me a minute.
Hello and welcome back to the Shmuseum. This is better, right?
This is much more appropriate for what's going on today, and the guys will work that out in a moment.
Yeah, so straight off the bat, we have another team car arriving.
Call us DJ Khaled because we have another one.
That's quite good, that. Another one. Yeah, we have another team car coming. Obviously, we've had plenty throughout the last, I guess, 18 months pretty much since the Shmuseum started. RS3, various Cupras. Obviously, the Born is still here and not going anywhere yet. Just to clarify, that is staying right there.
Still there, on charge.
It's not staying right there. It will come out and be used. It's perfect for daily running around.
Yep.
But we have a new car coming. We are obviously going to tease it a little bit. It has 4 wheels.
It has 4 doors. Technically 5.
5 doors, I think.
Yeah, technically it's 5.
It's also fairly practical and also quite good on fuel. Do we say what fuel it runs on?
The fact that you've said that probably has just given away that it is indeed a diesel.
Yeah, but a very different diesel from
the Transit.
The Transit, yeah.
Yes.
Big practical van. This one might be practical as well. But we'll go into that in more detail soon. We also have a gift from MSRT, which we're going to show you. And I believe we have a few errands to run.
We do. The Senna is now actually due to head off to McLaren. The dampers are in. Everyone keeps asking, when's it getting fixed? Today. Today is the answer.
So we'll get to that later.
And
we also have a Focus RS to rescue.
There is a distinct lack of a Ford Focus RS over there, which is actually at Tim's house and has been since he went away, which isn't massively a problem.
No, it's not been too long.
But we probably should go and get that.
Yeah, and I think we should also get our C-Tech CS3, which we've had charged up, and bring it just in case.
Just in case.
I would like to think, they're going to hate me for saying this.
No, it's a Ford Focus.
Essentially being a Ford Focus.
It is a Ford Focus.
Yes, it's an RS, and it's the Heritage, and it's a lovely car, but...
There aren't any major systems on it to drain the battery. No. It's not a supercar.
It should be okay.
It should be fine.
But we've taken the CS3 on many occasions with us if it's this kind of situation.
Yep.
So we'll take it just in case. But for now, I guess we need to figure out what is first on the list.
Do we just stop waffling and do we just bring the new...
Do we go and bring the new car? Shall I go and jump in?
Go and get the new car.
Let's go and get the new car. Let's do that right now. Just quickly then, before we bring in the new team car, we need to show you this gift from MSRT.
We do, which I have behind my back. I'm hiding it. Because, of course, with the Transit came the M Sport Rally Car Simulator, which was so cool. And when the guys from MSRT were here, they actually found themselves looking at the model car cabinet and the fact that we have a Williams FW19 model. I'm sure you guys know what's coming, but they have very kindly sent out a model of the rally car.
And not just of the car in general, literally of this car. Teemu Suominen, number 3, 2021 WRC rally car.
Yes, which is, I mean, that's just really cool, right? So even after this has gone, because obviously it isn't here forever, it is just on loan to us, we will still have a bit of the rally car here, which is cool.
Yeah, we can open this up and maybe add it to the collection. It's a little bit smaller than the ones we have in the cabinet.
It is, but we do have we have cars of various scales in the collection.
Tim has loads even still at home that aren't 1 to 18 there, 1 to 43, etc.
And we've got the 1 to 64 scales as well, so it will sit somewhere within the collection of models. But huge thank you to the guys at MSRT for this. This is going to be proudly on display. And yeah, now let's stop waffling, go and get the new car. Okay, Brad is now making his way in with the new team car. And the cool thing about this is Brad actually spec'd this car himself. It's a brand new vehicle, which he actually went through the configuration of. And there it is, our brand new Skoda Octavia VRS Estate 4x4 diesel in the lovely, what's the colour?
Phoenix Orange.
Phoenix Orange.
Phoenix Orange. Yeah, this thing, so truth be told, it hasn't just arrived here. We had it, as you'll be able to see, we had it arrive on about 50 miles. We're now on 441. It's been used.
It's been getting some use for sure.
It turned up a few days back and it's done quite a lot already. IKEA runs with myself, it's taken me and some family around, and I'm not gonna lie, it does a pretty good job. And it's in the state,
which
as
is
you mentioned.
Always cool.
We talk about it a lot, that our sort of favourite form of car for both yourself and me is estates.
And I don't know why. Neither of us are married
don't know
with children. We don't have dogs. There's no reason.
I'm 23 years old.
Yeah, there's no reason why we should.
And then hence I have my above. It's a small little sporty thing. But for some reason, this shape, I love. I don't know why.
It's quite appealing.
I don't know why.
And I think, like I was just saying that you spec this car, and if anyone's confused as to the intro, I think maybe now they'll understand.
Yes.
Because this is only here because of you.
Yeah. Yeah, with some input from yourself, which we'll get onto. But I think quickly we'll go pop the shutter down, put the bollards back up, and then we'll actually run through everything with our new VRS.
All right, Brad, talk us through the car.
Let's run. I'm probably going to pull up a cheat sheet because I have obviously the full spec sheet of this and every option that I chose. But as you mentioned, it's 72. This is actually the first 72 plate I think I've seen, which is quite cool. They've come out fairly recently. Maybe I've seen a few, but not clocked it. But first one that I've driven. Skoda Octavia VRS Estate, 2-litre diesel, 200 horsepower. It is the 4x4.
What's the torque figure?
I don't know. I should know.
You should.
And do you know what? I don't even think it's on the spec sheet.
Can I have a guess?
Go on, have a guess. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick.
I'm going to have a guess at 450 Newton meters.
Octavia VRS.
There you go, guys. Live. This is live.
Torque.
No edits.
Oh, what did you say?
I said 350 Newton meters.
Okay, so this is a little bit confusing, but I believe it is 400 Newton meters.
Oh,
I probably should have searched that before.
that's a lot.
400 Newton meters of torque, but it's a diesel, which is what you find with a lot of diesel stuff, that they just tend to be.
So the reason I came up with that answer is underneath this, and I don't want to say this, but underneath this is very similar to a Golf GTD.
Yeah.
Now the last Golf GTD had, see, this is where I'm an idiot, had 295 pounds-feet.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was Newton meters, hence why I've gone, we'll add 50 on and that's probably about right. So
it doesn't tell me that. But rough ballpark, that is all good.
See? So what happens when I try and guess something? I just look like an idiot.
I didn't know the torque spec for it. The torque
Neither
spec,
of us did.
The torque, it's fine. It still looks good. So finished in Phoenix Orange, which was a option essentially to choose.
Yep.
A lot of people, I would assume, with these would go for your blacks, your greys, your whites, fairly standard.
But this is the Shmuseum.
This is the Shmuseum. We're surrounded by all of these things. I'm not gonna lie, the colour already looks very dull compared to the Lotus.
The thing is, if you come here and do that, look at the camera, that's brown.
Yeah.
In comparison, this is brown. In isolation, that's a very bright, bold orange.
When the sun hits this, it's lovely. It is lovely.
Next to Little Firefly, not so much.
Not so much. But this thing, we haven't gone all out with the spec. We've spec'd a lot of stuff. Things that I think essentially I would spec if I was to buy one of these.
Okay.
There's a few things that I don't think I'd need. There's a few things I didn't spec, which probably should have, but we have other vehicles for that. One of those being, if you come around the back, a tow bar. I didn't put a tow bar on this. Would have been nice to do, but we have the Transit, which we can tow with. So it's almost, that is our full support vehicle. Yep. This is a really good long distance cruiser, essentially, for all of us in the team. Let me pull up the cheat sheet and just run through
while you're
everything
doing that. I just want to go and show these guys the seats because they are absolutely
the seats and the whole interior is
that the full one-piece seat. They are very similar, if not maybe the same as what was in the RS3.
Yeah, but even the whole interior, just virtual cockpit, large display in front, lots of ambient lighting, some carbon fibre touches all around, Alcantara, leather. It's lovely. It's a really lovely place to be. And like you said, the seats, some of the comfiest seats I've ever sat in. Same story with the rear. And surprisingly, it's not that much of a squeeze to put 5 people in.
It's just so lovely. And do you know what? The days of Skoda jokes are gone.
Oh, they're gone. They are long gone.
They are gone. Like, if there's probably a lot of people that don't know what that means, but the older viewers will know what that means. Yeah. Skoda's never used to have the best reputation, but today they are fantastic cars.
They're honestly brilliant cars. We have, oh, look at that, quick kick, and the boot opens, so if you've got too much shopping in your hand. And as usual with majority of estate cars, a lovely big boot space where you can fit so much stuff. Like I mentioned, IKEA runs. Here's a photo now, so you can see how full this thing was. Seats folded. It's good. And
I think that photo just proves how, and I'm going to say this word, how capacious this car is.
Yes, exactly.
It's a very big word.
Oh, I was looking at, let's see, does it give me any details on this of boot space? It doesn't. We should probably have researched this more. I'm going to put up on screen how many litres of boot storage.
1,478, I'm guessing.
Yeah, whatever it says on the screen, that probably isn't
Don't
what
listen
Tom
to what Tom said.
But I love that you have these. So you want to pop the rear seats down rather than reaching through or opening the rear door, pull a lever, and it falls straight down.
Amazing.
A lot of things have this now, but just a cool little touch.
Yep.
Let's actually run through full spec. We'll come back around to the side of the car. 0 to 60, 7.1 seconds.
That's quite nippy.
Not bad at all. A max speed of 149 miles per hour.
More than enough.
Take it to the Autobahn and you're laughing.
Yeah.
2 litre diesel, 200 horsepower. Like I said, 7-speed DSG 4-wheel drive in Phoenix Orange Metallic. Now, options. This is where things get fun. I think we should run through some prices.
Go on then.
Let's run through prices I have here. So we have.
So what's the base price of the car?
Recommended
Car with
on the
no
road
options.
price for a VRS Octavia VRS.
Octavia VRS estate.
Octavia VRS estate with the 2 litre diesel engine 4-wheel drive starts at £38,285.
Okay.
Now options. The paint, £390.
That's reasonable.
We're not going to overlay for these, we're just going to run through.
Yep.
But not bad for a metallic paint, and like we said, it is a lovely, lovely looking paint. Next up, and this is something that you persuaded me to get, and after driving it, I'm very glad I did, is dynamic chassis control.
Yeah.
Which essentially means you can press a button and it can soften and stiffen the suspension.
In other words, adaptive dampers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comes in at £995, but honestly, so worth it.
Yeah.
So worth it.
It is, because again, so the reason why I said to you to go with that, and I don't know if it is the case on these, but when you do go for the DCC on something like a Golf GTD, you then get the GTI front shock absorbers.
Yeah.
So it's actually a slightly different suspension setup. Having driven this, I suspect it probably is the case, because we've both said the change of direction for a heavy diesel lump up front is unreal.
We'll get more onto some driving stuff a little bit later when we take it out, but it is honestly so sharp. For something this big, it's super sharp. Next up, around the rear, we went for the rear view parking camera with rear LED lights and dynamic indicators, which if I hit unlock, if I can find the key in my pocket, you get the nice swooping. And oh, look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you know what? I've not seen them yet. And I'm a sucker for fancy lighting, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, rear camera, it's a long car. I spent some time a couple of years back with a superb estate, which had the parking sensors, but no cameras on the rear. So parking was fine, because you've got your mirrors and they help you see a lot, but a camera is just, it's new, isn't it?
It's always nice.
It's the new technology that always helps. You mentioned the seats. We went for the electrically adjustable micro suede front seats with memory function and seat cushion depth adjustment.
We did indeed.
That comes in, the rear view parking camera was £435. These seats come in at £1,785.
Oh.
Quite pricey.
That does seem like a lot of money, basically to save your seat position.
Yeah. But there was a few other options when I remember selecting it that it selected for you, which it doesn't mention here, but there was a few things that came with that.
Okay.
You get 2 memory functions on both seats, so if you want to set your passenger seat memory function, you can. And also this button.
Yes.
We know what this button means. Massage.
No.
Massage.
It doesn't.
What does that mean?
Have you tried it?
Yes, massage.
It works?
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to work.
Oh, well, I pressed it and it massaged me.
Oh. I'm confused. I thought that's what it meant. And
that is a massage button.
Right, okay, I need to try that again then.
We'll try it when we go out later, but that 100% works as a massage, both sides. I've tried it, family have tried it, it works.
I'll tell you off camera what it did when I pressed it.
Okay, I'm worried. We have electrically adjustable heated folding and auto dimming door mirrors and blind spot detection.
Okay, yep, those bad boys.
It's modern technology. You want these things, £575. And my final option, which brings the total to £43,700 for this car. A lot of money, but you get a lot of car for the money.
Yeah.
Final option is the panoramic sun roof, which if I just pop the ignition on. Actually, let's come down here a little bit. We'll just talk about interior real quick as I take over, hopefully smoothly. Up here, you have these lovely, I guess, just touch controls. So you want to open the sun blind, swipe your finger, sun blind opens up and we can see, not the sun, a light in the Shmuseum. Oh, we've got music. Hang on, let me turn that down. There we go.
Copyright.
Yep, that goes back. And then up here you have one touch and it opens up into the tilt mode, which basically means race car. That makes you go faster. And if you swipe, it opens up the sunroof all the way, which is pretty good. An option that you don't need in a car, but for me, driving a convertible pretty much every day of my life, I quite like the ability to be able to, unhappy Skoda. Key is not in the vehicle. I like the ability to be able to open the sunroof up.
Yeah.
Which I think you do as well.
I do.
Well worth. So £43,700, that was 1,235 for this.
It's about £5,000 in optional extras.
Yes, roughly.
Give or take.
Yeah, pretty much, just over £5,000. Which obviously there's loads of standard options that we could run you through. Your matrix LED headlights, 19-inch wheels, on some lovely Bridgestone rubber. There's so much. Adaptive cruise, Alcantara everywhere.
Do you know what I do think we should do though?
Go on.
I think we should stop boring them with facts and figures.
Probably, yeah.
Let's get it out on the road. Let's get some driving impressions from you, and let's go and get the Focus from Tim's house.
But first, we need to go take the Senna.
Oh, we do.
We'll go to the Senna, we'll come back, and then we'll go and get Tim's
I'd forgotten about that. Oh, I get to drive the Senna. Okay, let's go and take that, and then we'll go and get the Focus, and then we'll get some driving impressions.
Let's do it. Let's go.
So it's time to take the C-Tech Smart Charger off, as is always the case. Get that one closed down. And yeah, it's time for a cold start, get this on the road. Truth be told, I was going to do this on, well, a couple of days ago. And
don't confuse them with actual days.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to do this a couple of days ago and just have it there ahead of time. The weather hasn't been on side though. So
no. I mean, the last couple of days we've literally had storms, flooding and everything. We have a break in that right now.
Yeah, there's still damp patches on the road and it's still a little bit concerning going out in this, but there's no standing water, which is the key thing you want to avoid with the Trofeo. So I guess if you go that way, I'll go this way and let's get it started.
Oh yeah, cold start. Well, yeah, we'll get a cold start and then I guess jump into Skoda and up to McLaren we go.
Yeah, and then you can bring me back in that.
Jump ahead a little bit and we have made it to McLaren in the Senna successfully. It was actually quite a nice drive. I was obviously following along in the VRS and it's a good little combo. The blue and the orange complement each other pretty well. But for me, following, I felt like I was playing Forza Horizon 5 or 4 following the McLaren Senna. I think 4 more likely, seeing as that was based obviously in the UK. And it was like playing the game, seeing the leaves of autumn fly up from the rear diffuser and disperse. Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna drop this off now. Time for some new dampers. Jump back into this and cruise back to the Shmuseum.
And just like that, we are back at the Shmuseum where the Senna once was parked. And even we still have a couple of the stains here from where the damper was leaking, and actually a couple more here from where it's been moved around over time. So we'll have to see if we can eventually get those cleaned up. But obviously when we do get the floor done, I'm sure those will disappear anyway. Now, apologies for not filming on the way back from McLaren, but I think, Brad, you wanted to just have a little bit of time to form an opinion before we drive it on camera, right?
Yeah. So. It was just a bit more. We've done a fair amount of driving.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit extra, and we pretty much got in the car and just cruised back. So now we get to really run through what the VRS is like as we go down to Tim's place to collect the Focus RS.
So we are heading down into central London to go and get that in traffic.
Well, hopefully not in traffic, but knowing our luck, we'll get part way and there'll be traffic. Yeah.
So we're going to sit in traffic in the VRS and see how it copes with that environment, and we'll join you on the road.
Here we go, out on the road in the VRS, following a matte red G-Wagon, which is different. Not sure I'd go for matte red, but
no, I can't say I disagree.
It's kind of cool though. It's something a bit different.
It's different, so fair play to the lad, and we do have a garage full of different cars, so we're not one to criticise.
No.
Not to my personal taste though.
No, and speaking of different, we've gone for bright orange on this, and majority of these I would assume would be greys, blacks, whites.
Yeah. Let's be honest, in the UK, if you see one of these, as a general rule, it's in a grayscale colour and is generally driven by the police.
Yeah. The police like these.
And do you know what? I can really see why.
It's got enough poke.
Yep.
It's quick enough. And it handles. It's a shame we can't obviously show that because we're driving in central in traffic, I mean, yeah, we're at some lights, but we can't experience how it properly drives. But we have had it on some twisty B roads, and the way this thing changes direction and turns in is so sharp.
Yeah, it's unlike anything with a big heavy diesel.
No, you don't expect it.
No, because obviously you're going to have a massive heavy block up front because of that diesel engine. That's going to obviously hinder that change of direction and that sharp turning.
Yeah.
But it doesn't appear to be hindering this at all.
It baffles me, it blows my mind. It makes no sense, but you can just turn and it turns where you want to go.
Yeah, I can feel that.
As I throw you about while I'm barely doing anything. Really, really good. So, let's talk about, we haven't talked about, we spoke about how it drives, and it's good. Really good.
It is very good.
It's, like we said, it's got all the creature comforts, adaptive cruise, so I can literally let it drive itself pretty much.
Yeah.
Minus the steering, I have to steer, but everything else it can accelerate to. The speed limit that I've set for the cruise control will track the car.
And there is something I do have to point out, which Skoda have done that not many other manufacturers are doing.
Yes,
that
we do.
I need to say a massive, massive thank you to Skoda, because you have given us physical buttons.
And not just here, everywhere.
Everywhere. We have a button. None of this touchscreen haptic.
This reminds me of the RS3.
Yep, that is pretty much exactly the same, slightly different design, but
yeah,
same,
a little bit
same
design,
kind of thing.
The little toggle for that, but buttons. Like, you want to go to the air conditioning, you press the climate button. Climate, whatever.
I would suspect short for climate, yeah.
Climate, yeah. You press that, brings it up. You want to change mode, you press the mode button and it brings up your mode and you choose what mode you want to be in. Like, it's good, and you want to do stuff on the wheel. You're not trying to guess where haptic buttons are or little touch
None
pads.
of this faffing around.
You want to turn the volume up, you scroll this big silver one here. You want to turn the volume down, you scroll it back. Like, it's good, it works. The only touch thing on this is this, which is the volume control here. That's all it is.
I was just pointing out that our journey back is going to be
that's
more
pretty
traffic
busy. But yeah, there's the only touch orientated thing other than the touch screen is the volume controls here, which isn't that bad because you know where it is. Skoda, thank you. You've done very well. We should run through modes while we've got the modes up. I'm currently an individual because individual for me is set up as comfort as I can go on the DCC. So there's comfort, and I've gone even further back.
Yep.
Just to keep it super smooth, and everything else is in normal.
Oh, there you go.
But we've got steering, drive, engine sound, adaptive cruise control, light assistance, and air conditioning. Obviously, you can change these between like eco or sport or whatever you should want. The engine noise you do get in here actually isn't that bad.
No, do you know what? It does have fake sound. I'm going to pop it into. Has that done it? Let me come out.
Yeah, that should have gone into sport. Yeah.
There we go. So I'm going to pop it into sport mode. If you give it a little.
Hopefully you can hear that.
Hopefully you guys can hear that. I don't think it's that bad. In fact, given that the alternative is a diesely rumble, I think it's really quite good.
It's a really nice little noise. If you go into comfort or eco, it does turn them off. So if I now just drop a couple of gears with the paddles.
There we go.
There's the diesel noise.
Back to that diesel rumble.
There's the diesel noise. But the reason I've gone for individual and set that up is because if you want to drive in comfort, you lose that engine sound, the fake noise, which is nice.
Yeah.
If you go into eco, you have normal suspension, so it's not in the comfort setting.
Okay.
So I've got an individual where I can have everything is super comfortable and then everything else normal. And if I want to, just change that into eco drive for some economical driving. So it works really, really well.
Well, fair play. I guess we're going to go back to sitting in not particularly very fast moving traffic towards Thames and go and get the Focus RS. Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Sorry, I can't do it. We are back.
Hi Shmee, I'm guys, isn't it?
Yeah, we are back with the Focus RS here in Tim's garage, which I think has only featured on this channel maybe once or twice.
Yeah, not many times.
No.
And do you know what? Even recently, not that many times on the Shmuseum 50 channel.
No,
obviously
because
Tim takes the car out, he starts
Yeah.
at the Shmuseum.
Since we have the Shmuseum, you guys don't really see this place anymore, but we're here, we're at Tim's flat. We have forgotten the CS3, but I am not concerned in any way, shape or form. I know this will start. So, let me hop on board.
I'm going to come around the back. Oh, look at that.
No problems whatsoever. So, yeah, let's get on the road, get this back to the Shmuseum.
And we're back in the Shmuseum with the Focus RS. Good drive?
Yeah, not too bad. It's not my favourite car.
It's not your favourite, and there was a fair bit of traffic, which for a manual isn't great.
It could be worse.
100%. We could be in 1.2 clear and breaking down every 5 minutes.
Exactly.
So, I think we're pretty much going to wrap up today's video here. So the Focus is now back. The Senna has obviously gone. That's gone for the new dampers with McLaren, so hopefully not too long that will come back. New model car, the MSRT Fiesta. Pretty cool. And then more importantly, we have obviously the VRS, our newest addition to our team car collection. We need our own name for them. We have the Shmuseum, and then we need the Team-mobiles. There we go, the Team-mobiles. Yeah, our new Octavia VRS estate, which so far has been absolutely amazing. I think we both agree on that. And once Tim arrives back, I'm sure he'll enjoy spending some time in this if he can get the key out of my pockets.
I don't think anyone can.
If they ask nicely. But yeah, looking forward to spending a lot more time in this, putting many miles on it. It's essentially still being run in, if that counts on these kind of things. I think we're about 500 or so miles now, so yeah.
Making good progress.
Making good progress, but we've got plenty of trips planned that this will be ideal for. But I think that is pretty much all for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed me seeing the new team car and coming along for the errands that we've had to do. Until next time.